Okay, so today is the day where I start to get ready for Create and Cultivate Festival. I'm just going out to get my nails done, and then we have some other errands to do for me to prepare for the big weekend. So basically what like Create and Cultivate is it's the biggest festival or conference for women in business. Speakers are all founders, social media, content creators, athletes at very high levels, any sort of very successful woman. They've created a very, very good roster. So it's just gonna be a great networking opportunity. Great to hear from people that have, achieved the goals that you want to achieve. So I'm very excited. But although I am very nervous because I'm going alone and I've never been to anything this big alone. Like usually I'm okay with going to events alone. Like, I went to Summer Friday's event last year alone, and I have done things alone, but this is the first time where I'm like really networking alone and putting myself out there as a creator. So I am nervous, but I think that no matter what happens, like I'm going in with just no expectations because I'm really just interested in hearing these people speak about their career and how they've gotten there, and if that's all that I get from it, then I'm a happy camper. Okay, so I'm going to Target, and then I need to go to Best Buy and get another battery for my camera so that I can vlog this weekend, and deciding what I need to eat for dinner. Cheers to the weekend. That's good. Look at how cute this bar is.
We're gonna decide if we eat those.
Oh, they're playing Noah Khan. Oh my god. Okay, we are off day one. It's a mess behind me, but I have this like white silk dress on or set on with this scarf. Blazer for when it gets colder, and shoes for when it gets too much to handle heels. Anyways, let's go. I'm running late as usual, but here is the set in person, or in better lighting. Okay, right off the bat, I hate this area of downtown. Like, it's so sketchy, and there's no parking at the event. I was at an event with Stephanie a few months ago at this venue, and they had valet, which was so nice because it is not a nice area, and you really do have to keep your head on the swivel, I'm not gonna lie. But this event, they don't have valet parking, so I had to park maybe like a 5 minutes away in this super sketchy parking lot. So hopefully nothing happens to my car, but that's just the only negative. I'm really excited, and I'm just keeping it real. Like, here, let me show you. Like, there's graffiti everywhere, barbed wire fence. I just really wish that they would clean up downtown LA because it has such great potential. Anyways, I'm not gonna be negative anymore. Positives only from here on out. We're almost at the event, and it's gonna be good. See you soon.
Here you go. Please take a little stack if you'd like.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yay!
Yay! Go get that content, girl.
Yes, exactly.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
Claudia, speaking of safe spaces and content, you've really built a great audience with your community through a lot of different platforms in a lot of different ways. Tell me how Cyclar, your beauty brand, how did you pivot into that and make it less of a product push and something that felt really authentic?
Yeah, I think the key is to, I think the key is to not look at it as just product. You know, what I've always done and will continue to do is share my life online, right? And now owning a business is a huge part of my life. So the new challenges that come along with it, the experiences, the people I'm meeting, the places I'm going, and I think all of those things, at least for my own personal channels, are just as important to share than just products. And so, you know, for example, last year I launched my second SKU, the body washes, and I wanted to write and direct a cheeky little commercial with it to kind of share my excitement. And I vlogged the entire behind the scenes process, from like drawing the storyboards to painting the bathroom that we shot in, buying all the props. And I think sharing that genuine excitement and sort of eagerness and everything is so important. And I've just kind of prioritize that every step of the way, because we're continuing to launch new products and expand and grow. And yeah, I think personally speaking, on my channels where my community first sort of began, I think that's what they want to see, because those are the things that I like to see. And yeah, and even just like speaking of this moment right now, it's such an honor to be up here. And you best believe, like, I have my Black camera in my bag right now. You know? Because this is a part of it. And I think just bringing everyone along for that journey as much as I can is the most valuable thing that I can do.
Yeah, I think there's a vulnerability to it, and I think people really connect with the real nature, and it can cross platforms and into product too. So that's awesome. Okay.
Hi, hello. How are you today? Good, how are you?
Good, how can I help you?
Could I do the strawberry milk matcha?
I have whole milk, oat, or almond I can do for you.
Almond, please.
I have a do you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thanks. Honestly, today has been so inspiring, and I'm so grateful to be here. I needed this, but it's just been so incredibly inspiring to see that everyone comes from nothing, and that you have to work really hard and fearlessly chase after your goals in order to get anywhere, and it can ultimately change your life, but it's going to be hard work, and it's not the average thing to do, I guess, at least from where I am. And there's going to be judgment that comes along with it, but anything worthwhile doing has downsides. So that's basically like the main thing that I've taken away from today, is that it's not going to be easy. There's going to be hate. There's going to be people that judge you. But all of that, it's the end goal supersedes all of that. And yeah, that's really been the main theme. That be a little delulu and chase your dreams, because it's 100% possible, and there is space for everyone in this industry. I can see it with my own eyes. Like, women, there's over 2,000 people here, and women are all uplifting each other. There's no competitiveness, and obviously in the business world it is competitive to a certain extent, but there is a space for all of us, and I truly believe that, and that's why I'm sharing my life, and the behind the scenes on how we can do it, because I mean, I'm a nobody right now, but if I can just help one person chase their dreams as well, or motivate someone, then it seems all worth it to me, and it doesn't feel like work, you know? When you're really doing something that you love, it shouldn't feel like work. You should feel excited to do it every single day, and that's what this is doing for me. And honestly, I'm just gonna keep doing it and see what happens. So yeah, but it's pretty crazy that I got to take a picture with Claudia Sulewski. Like, I was shaking, I was fangirling so hard. I've been following her for so long. She's also from like a small little suburb, same as me, and it was just so incredible to be able to have a conversation with her and for her to offer me advice. Like, I can't put it into words, to be honest.
Not comments, share saves, because that means internally that is resonating with people, whether they want to publicly say it's resonating with them or not. you take that content and you repeat it as many times as possible, and you go hard because that is what your audience expects from you and that's what they want from you. You cannot fail if you do that.
Yeah, that's so good. We think about this a lot internally at Kajabi, that especially as content becomes more accessible, it's going to be more important than ever to create spaces where people feel safe, they feel seen, and building a personal brand is actually what's going to get people to come to you for learning.
I really think it comes down to, honestly, a 5-letter word. Starts with P. Can anyone guess it? No. Proof. It's proof. And it's proof in 3 ways. It's proof that you've done it, and that's your transformation, that's your story, that's storytelling. And then it's proof that other people have done it, and that's what I really lean in now on case studies, testimonials, really showing that this is what women are doing. They've done it, they're just like you, they've walked in your path, and now they're having this level of transformation, and so really leaning in on other people's testimonies. And then proof that you can do it, and that's getting over your objections. So really showcasing what are your objections, here's actual proof and tangible advice on how you can actually achieve it, even if right now you don't.
LA, make some noise for the one and only Swamp Princess! Hey!
You salty ass bitches giving lobbies, bad gal Doechii, call him like Laurie. You should do comedy, leave your ass leaking, looking like my mom, please. Doechii would do if she didn't win. I guess we'll never stepped up the swamp to the motherfucking stage. Cut my mic off cause I'm about to misspeak. Hey, will she ever lose? Man, I guess we'll never know. Will she lose her cool? I guess we'll never. Hey, hopped out the swamp, gave a bitch props. Don't she wait the pen? Don't she wait prop? Will she ever lose? Man, I guess we'll never know. Will she lose her cool? I guess we'll never. I guess we'll never know. Guess we'll never see the day that Doechii crown pop. Guess we'll never live to see the day that Doechii loses. Doechii going on these Doechii mutant. Doechii don't critique us, seek improvement. Right now is my time, my moment. Thank you to my swamp and thank you God I was broke. Thanks to God, I thank you to Top Dog Entertainment. Ooh, Top Dog Entertainment. Sister Zane, Musa and the hating that stands. Mommy, Blake High School and all the bitches I surpassed. I knew it. Tonight we probably both fucking up to forgetting our name. To the audience wondering how it feels to be famous. I guess you'll not stepped up the swamp to the motherfucking stage. I might drop cause I'm about to miss me. Hey, will she ever lose? Man, I guess whatever. No. Will she lose her cool? I guess whatever. No. This is Jamie half of me. They see my anatomy. Showing up an hour late like they to the academy. Now I understand why they mad at me and hate on my anatomy. It's cause I look good from the balcony. I look good from the nosebleed. If you offended, you ain't know me. That ain't Doechii, that's the OG. I look good from the nosebleed. How y'all doing?
Okay, let's recap. I just got home. Well, actually, I got home a little while ago. I immediately went to the shower. I immediately put my chicken nuggets in the air fryer. Now I'm waiting for them to cool so I can eat them. And I immediately got eye drops because that festival, ooh, that's not a great view. Well, let's talk about that festival. In a minute. There we go. Okay, ignore like what's on my shirt and just ignore all of that because we have something to discuss. That was such a good day and I'm feeling so fulfilled in so many different ways. So let's start at the beginning. The first panel and / person I wanted to hear speak, I'm gonna butcher her name. Okay, Sophia Culpo, I think that's how you say it, Culpo. I love her. She's gorgeous, by the way, like absolutely stunning. I was like, this can't be real. She was in the first panel and it was all about, you know, what was the title of the panel? Because they all kind of blended together by the end. Same kind of messaging that I was hearing from everyone, really, to be honest. Or main ideas that I've been hearing. A Creator's Guide to Brand Deals. Yeah. So, is there even anything in this? Oh, I missed my eyeball. I really need these eye drops. Okay. So basically that panel talked about like how to position yourself to brands if you want to work with them, even when you have a small following, and the power of micro-influencers, which I'm really glad they went into that because obviously I'm a micro-influencer right now. I don't have many followers, but whatever, everyone starts somewhere, and that was kind of their whole point, and they were saying how important, you know, micro-influencers are to brands because they usually have a more loyal audience, which I agree with. So they were giving me tips on that, like how to reach out to brands, how you can offer your services to brands even when you're a small creator, etc. So that was super inspiring, and I even had the chance to speak with Sophia and her boyfriend after, and they were so nice. Like, asked me my name, asked me what industry I was in, like were super interested in me, and that just like really made me even more of a fan of her, but even like how nice her boyfriend was. Like I was like, oh my god, I'm rooting for you guys now. Like I love you guys. So that was a breath of fresh air. And then the next one after that was Claudia Sulewski. She was on the next panel that I watched or listened to, whatever, attended. And again, that was so inspiring. Like, she is a true angel. Again, goddess. Like, both these women, I'm like, I understand now why you guys have such a cult following. Like, oh my god, they're stunning. I don't know what is in the water or what they're drinking, but like, geez, I need to drink whatever they're drinking. Anyways, I was able to speak with her after the panel too, and again, like, she was so amazing, and I'm gonna get distracted. I'm vlogging and I got shy when you walked in. Okay, so anyways, she was so nice, and they were offering advice too for small creators, and it was just a really good opportunity to be able to talk to both of them. One of my dream brands to work with is Cycler, so getting the chance to speak to Claudia and then her reposting my stuff too just meant the world, like more than you could imagine, because the engagement that you get, the exposure that you get from someone with a following like that is insane. So I'm just so thankful that she reposted, and yeah. Then those were like the two that I was really, really excited for. But then obviously there were so many other good speakers throughout the day, and I just got to meet so many people and network with people, and that is just so valuable. And then the last speaker before the Doechii concert, which we'll get into, was Sierra. And I obviously know who she is now. Like, as soon as I looked up her name, I was like, oh my god, okay, yes. But I didn't know who she was in the beginning. And she literally got a standing ovation, obviously, because now I know. But she was so inspiring to listen to and had so much good advice. I wrote it all down in my notebook. Every little one-liner that they were saying, I was writing down. And then to end off the day was the Doechii concert. And that shit was a vibe, okay? So much fun. It was just like thousands of girls in like the concert or whatever. We're all screaming. Doechii comes on. She's just like so empowering. And the shit she sings about is like so real, you know? Like, it just like It's just so real. So, or the thing she raps about, not sings. But she's an insane performer. Like, honestly, it was great. Like, I have nothing negative to say about the day other than the washroom situation, but it's okay. Those are never good at festivals. And they honestly weren't too bad, it was just the lines were long. But yeah, I'm so excited for day 2. I am really excited to hear Leah speak from Love Island season 6. Ashley Tisdale, like my 8-year-old self would be freaking out. So yeah, that pretty much wraps up the day. Day 2. Here's my outfit. I learned from yesterday that I really need some like comfy shoes that I can really sink into all day. So we're wearing these black platform sandals and then this set from Zara. Well, it's not a set, but I made it a set. Cute open back here. And then to tie in the black shoes, I have this black tote that carries all of my stuff that I lug around all day. So, last day of the festival. See you there.
I can practically do my cute, like, little
Same question. Let me know if you need me to repeat it.
Repeat it.
Okay, great. Was there a moment when you realized your voice, not your job title or your credentials, was actually your biggest asset?
So this past fall, my co-host Hannah and I went on this like nationwide tour for our podcast, and I had one of the most epic panic attacks in the history of panic attacks, and it was my first one, and I was petrified. It was literally a minute before we had to be out on stage, and I was so nervous to record the podcast that next week, and I was talking to Hannah, and I was like, should I even say that I had a panic attack? And she was the one to be like, lean in, like, yes, this is Giggly Squad, say whatever you want, like, talk about it. And I talked about it in such depth to my best friend that I literally forgot that people were listening to our podcast. And one of my biggest fears was all of these people just bought tickets to our show that's about to go on for months, and I'm gonna come on a podcast and tell them how I really can't do it. Like, what if they sell their tickets? What if they don't show up? So it was a really big risk. And when I did say this on the podcast, the amount of women that I had messaging me saying, I thought I picked the wrong career because I was having panic attacks. The fact that you took a beta blocker and then could do your job. I mean, I had doctors. I was like, okay, well, I don't know if I recommend it for surgery, but I mean, I had judges, I had lawyers. Any profession, they were like, I have panic attacks, and I really thought, oh my God, I have to switch careers, because that's how I felt. I was like, I can't ever go on a stage again, but I love attention. And so that was...
Okay, one thing that I did was so stupid of me this morning was I put cuticle oil on my toes, and now my feet are like sliding around in these sandals. Like every time I take a step, I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna fall over. So lesson learned, do not put cuticle oil on your toes before putting them in a slip sandal, because you will be sliding around all day. But it's been such a great morning. I'm just chilling for an hour before the next panel. It's crazy to me that like giant celebrities are just walking around here, like talking like everyone else with other people. That's crazy to me, because I never thought that I would be in a space that I would be surrounded by these women. So that's very inspiring for sure. Okay, I'm gonna go for now. Need to cool off. Bye.
Incredible women today. Okay, who's losing their mind just a little bit?
too. We're like, oh my god, I'm trying not to fangirl too hard backstage. Okay, so I am going.
Well, I'm an actress, singer, and founder of Big Frenchie. I'm Natalie Frank. All right, I see you. I'm the head of marketing at Flowdesk, a best-selling author, and a mama bear for small businesses. Ashley Levy. I lead brand and content marketing at LinkedIn, and that's getting LinkedIn out in the world of culture. I'm Chanel Iman. I'm a model and founder of Chasa.
I'm Leah, Kateb. And I was on Love Island, and I am now the refounder and CCO of Skylar.
Okay, and this is where it started. I was in a setting in my camera and I had no idea, and I started filming in slow motion with no audio for half of the second day at Create and Cultivate. I was so mad when I got home and realized, but it's okay, it happens. It won't ever happen again, that's for sure. Anyways, here I was just talking about how I thought it was so crazy that people like Leah from Love Island had to have various security guards and had to move around the festival with security guards, even though people like Ashley Tisdale were there. It's like Stephen Curry was there and his wife, and like all these people are just walking around normally, but Leah from reality TV, not knocking her at all, like she's great. It was shocking to me, like how much security she had to have around her and how crowds were literally like chasing her. So that was just all I was talking about here. Here I was able to speed it up, so it was normal speed, but again, no audio. But basically, I was just saying goodbye to the festival and see you next year. I'm definitely going to be going back because it was great. And this is the really sad part, okay? This was my first mukbang. It was right when I got home. I was high on life, okay? I was so excited. I was feeling so fulfilled after this festival, and I shared it all, okay? All my feelings on how I felt about the weekend and what it ignited in me, and unfortunately, I did not get any of it on audio. But I will try to explain. It's not going to be with the same enthusiasm, but I will try to drum up the enthusiasm to explain my takeaways from this weekend. After going back through my notes and seeing, common themes that I was writing down, I came up with a very long list, well, a decent sized list of the takeaways that I took from this experience. One was authentic storytelling and how important it is to tell your story online. If you're going to share something, really tell the story, all of it, because that's what the people are here for. Involve in front of your audience, okay? Show all of the vulnerable moments, not just the little highlight reels. Like, show everything, and your audience will be more engaged to see you evolving as a person. And that was really an important piece of advice to take away for me, at least with my goals with my social media. Another one was stay fearless. I talked about this a little bit on the first day in a clip that I took at the festival, but you have to be fearless and you have to go after your goals fiercely, because the only person who's going to believe in yourself more than anyone else is you. So you need to be the one to take action. And that goes into my next takeaway, which is make sure that you have a good, strong community around you. Because if the people around you aren't on the same wavelength, it's going to be very difficult, or at least a big distraction, for you to try to chase your dreams when people around you aren't also fiercely going after theirs. Rejection is part of it. We just have to get used to failure and pick yourself up every time. It's every single successful woman that I met or listened to this weekend had all faced times of failure in their life. So keep going when the shit gets tough. Lead with intention, wear your heart on your sleeve. It's so important. people can see right through bullshit. So always lead with intention. What is your intention with your social media? What is the intention with the information that you put out into the world? And be authentic. Another really big one that I suffer with is talking badly about yourself. Like, I can be my own worst critic at times, and you really need to stop that negative self-talk because it does manifest in ways that you don't even know. So that was another massive takeaway for me, was to just stop talking bad about yourself. Stop shrinking yourself. Take up space. Don't be afraid to take up space, and walk by faith. At least for me, I'm very rooted in my faith and my belief in God, and I trust that He has a plan for me. So when I start to get negative or I am doubting myself, I always just remind myself that God is there for me. He has a plan for me, and I will just put my faith in Him. Confidence is your ultimate superpower. That goes in with what I was just saying. If you don't have confidence in yourself, no one else will. So believe in yourself and others will. Always go back to your why and why you are building this community. This was a big one for me because I know in my heart and in my mind subconsciously why I'm building this community, but it's very hard, or I haven't quite refined exactly how I can verbalize why I'm building it. So that's going to be a evolving thing that I'm going to try to figure out, but I'm not going to put any pressure on myself because I know that once it's clear, it will be clear and I can vocalize it. Burnout. This is another, I mean, all of these are like massive things, but burnout is a big one, and you need to make white space on your page in order to get things done. If you have a giant schedule that is jam-packed every minute of the day, you're not going to be showing up your full, authentic, best self. So you need to really get very clear and granular about what's important in your life, and make sure that rest, sleep, fueling your body is a part of that, because otherwise you just simply won't be able. It's just not sustainable. Make people feel something rather than learn something. Someone said this, and I can't remember who, but I remember hearing it and it stuck with me. People only remember how you make them feel, not about what you are teaching them or what, value you provide. I think people just walk away knowing how you made them feel, and that was really important. And last but not least, our girl, Miss Amaya Papaya, would be saying the same exact thing. Never change who you are to fit a mold. Evolve, but never change. Evolving is crucial, but never change to fit into a box or fit into for a person or a certain community or a certain aesthetic. Like, just genuinely be you, because like I said earlier, people are smart, the internet is smart, and they can see through bullshit. So be 100% authentically you and shine like Miss Amaya Papaya. Those are my key takeaways. I mean, I wish you guys would have seen this clip because there was so much excitement and I think it was more genuine. But I'm trying to drum up some excitement now because obviously I still am very excited from that experience. But, it's something we'll learn from, and I'm not going to get too down on myself because it happens. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching this vlog. I really, really, really enjoyed this festival. I will 100% be going to future events that they hold. And thanks for being here. Love you guys. Bye.